Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. All right, let's kill that. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Let me go ahead and try to add my themes and stuff. Add my. Let me see what what's designed. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can get with. Anyway, we ain't gonna worry about that. We're trying something new. It's the Willis Podcast. How y'all doing? Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't change the show tonight. The show tonight is going to be still the show. Let me see if I can get a. I'm kind of uncomfortable. Got to get comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can hear me, so we good. And we're going to do the show. The show must go on. We got to do that. So anyway, uh, okay, we locked in. It is what it is. Anyway, so the Willis Podcast, what's happening? My peoples, what's going on with you? How y'all doing? It's the Willis Podcast. And we about to do a show tonight called, you know what it is. You see the title of the show. We're sitting in my backyard right now, so we just chilling. We taking it easy. We just doing our thing. So anyway, check this out. Let me make sure all my channels are in. Everything is cool. Like it's good. It's good. I can't even complain. I'm trying to see and make sure I know how they switched it up. So it makes sense. It makes complete sense. I get it. Restream is a real good it's a good intelligent app, and I'm grateful for it. So, but let's get into the show. Lying is not intelligence. So the reason why I'm telling you lying is not intelligence because we have to understand what it takes and how much energy and effort it takes into being a specific liar. You know, you think you're getting over, you think you really think you're winning in a situation like that when you're actually in a position to destroy, annihilate, basically unalive all progress. That's what happens when you lie. You unalive all progress. So let's get into it for real. All right. See, I got your attention. People that constantly lie are not operating from intelligence. They are operating from fear, insecurity, manipulation, ego, wishful thinking. Lies create fantasies because reality exposes them. They literally get exposed because that's what reality does. Intelligence solves problems with truth, and foolishness hides behind that thing you call deception. You know, that what it does. Hides behind deception in every way. So, what the Willis podcast I want to talk to you about is how focus on how society often makes mistakes, manipulation for intelligence, and when reality. Honest people usually carry more discipline and awareness and accountability. That's what honest people do. Honest people love to practice a way above and out of foolishness. Honesty is basically the easy way out because lying is too hard to remember. It's too hard to keep up with them goddamn lies. So why do it? You know why? Because people are shitty and they like being shitty. So let's get to it. See, this show is about exposing illusions that deceive people, and that deception does not equal intelligence. They want it to, but it just don't happen that they're not equivocal. But and in some instances they are. Let's go through it. A liar avoids accountability. A truth teller doesn't have to be accountable. But see, that liar wants that truth teller behavior. The liar always wants the life of the truth teller. Nature can't lie because it's not orchestrated to lie. Everything that they do in nature, they're doing it to survive. That's the same way we should operate. But check it out. Fear exposure. People love to make shift fear. Actually, people want to be scared of something so they can have a reason to act inappropriately. Just to be honest with you, it happens. That's why they want you to be uncomfortable. And that's why they want you to practice the exposure of how they want their feelings to distribute among you. That's what they do. So then you got to deal with shortcuts. You know, people want shortcuts, manipulating perception instead of building substance. And how people never investigate deeply. They just somehow want to take someone's word for it because they don't want to do the work. A truly intelligent person can stand on facts, can admit mistakes, can evolve. Also, does not need constant deception to survive in sociological aspects of view. You don't need to do those things. So let's talk about a few more. You got to sit back and think about those things, though. I'm gonna give you a minute to sit back and think because I'm about to have y'all having a real understanding. It's an enlightening night, right? All this beauty around you. You have to discover the truth with all this beauty. You dig? Nature. Nature. That's what beauty actually represents. How things are naturally done, how they evolve, how they uh mature. Very big difference. See, truth requires memory. Lies require constant maintenance. Constant maintenance. Always trying to maintain a lie. Yeah. Lies must constantly remember fake stories that people simply remember because it actually happened in front of their eyes. So when you lie, you're always going to try to remember that lie and remember how it go. But what if it's true? You ain't got to practice none of that. You don't have to even participate in acting like that shit is a lie. You just like it happened this way in this event happened because these are the things that take place in order for this to happen. So you don't have to ever lie when things are absolutely real and true. But when people start lying, it's because they making some shit up for real. See, liars usually want fast results. They want it quick. Fast money, fast status, fake importance, fake relationships, fake authority. That's the liar for you, right? Just fake. Real intelligence understands patience and long-term consequences. See, a lot of people get on and jump out because I might be sticking their ass where it hurt. I don't do fake relationships. I do real ones. You ain't finna eat off me if we can't share a meal together that we put together. What's wrong with that? Wouldn't that be special though? Like for real. People that do that type or think about those type of things. Let's not just move on about this fast status and fast money and people wanting to belong. And then you get into circles that you do not belong in. And why you don't belong in them circles? because you ain't built like that. And if you are built like that, guess what? People will notice you. They'll highlight you. They'll want to exchange with you. It happens when people are real. That's why I love even having my child's birthday party this weekend. I got brothers that was able to connect because when I connect with people, all my people should have some likeness. All of them should have some cordialation, being able to have a conversation about something. And that happens. That's what make bonds beautiful when you're authentic, real, and the people that are around you are real within themselves. That's what make it beautiful. That's what make life worth living. It's never about the negativity. It's about what we have in common, how we can commune, how we can share, how we can appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So some things are just real because they're organic and they're not phony. That's what the truth is. It always has to do with the substance of realness and not having the audacity to even want to be phony. You have to be real with people. That's why people won't don't mind being real with you. So I appreciate, even having my child's party, meeting some beautiful, real people, people that I ain't seen in a long time, connections, and those type of things are very powerful. Even with those, just celebrating is powerful anyway. Just to be quite clear, celebrations are powerful because you're celebrating the likeness and the forward motion of how things are supposed to move within the universe. Forward, not backwards. But all right, we still got to get into the reading of the show. All right, you understand? Manipulation often confused with intelligence. Again, I'm gonna say this: manipulation is often confused with intelligence. Some people think being sneaky means being smart. Excuse me. Being sneaky is just that. But when you're caught, how smart are you? Lies collapse, people. When you tell lies, you gonna run out of ways of how to tell lies, so that shit gonna collapse. But then manipulation gets exposed. You had a mission that you could not achieve because you got exposed for being manipulative. Character becomes extremely visible at that point. Always roll to the higher side of the equation. It's better, it's more fitting. That's how I feel. Let's get into wishful thinking. Creates false realities. How and why does wishful thinking create false realities? You want to know how? Why? Let me get my camera straight. Let me see. Damn, there's so many things. Let me round that out. And let me get my border. You know what I'm saying? Get my stuff straight. Like that. Appreciate y'all hanging on with me like this. That's dope. Thank y'all. Yeah, but I want to reverse my camera too. But it's all good. We're gonna chill with what we got right now. It's gonna translate, it's getting out to a lot of people. So wishful thinking creates false realities. Some people lie so much they begin believing themselves. They believe false realities. They stop self-correcting, they lose self-awareness, and they disconnect from reality. Check the fuck out. It's wild, right? But they do. Some people just check the fuck out. But let's talk about honesty. Honesty requires, man, I got so much shit going on. They got acting like they gonna drag race on the back of my goddamn road or something. That's wild, right? Fucking noise, man. Let me put my earbuds in. Ruining my shit. Fuck with my podcast, man. How we doing? What's happening? All right. So anyway, we should be good now. You know what I'm saying? So honesty requires strength. Why? Because telling the truth requires something. You gotta accept all your consequences from the shit you did. You gotta accept flaws that you have and from other people. And you gotta always appreciate the ability to grow. Reach beyond what you thought you knew and what you think you know. That's how you put a little paint where it ain't. You did? And accepting reality for what it actually the fuck is. You have to accept reality for what it is. If you don't accept reality for what it is, you become extremely cognitively dissonant from even your own stories and your own tales and the things that you can't even connect to that have to do with actually you. Strange but true. Talk about how in modern society, think about how it rewards fake images. It rewards social performances. Literally, it rewards all of this shit. Social performances, it rewards shallow validation. Look at the goddamn Congress right now. It's like following a schematic scheme that has no real actual reality other than stupidity and foolishness and fucking. So liars. Liars fear intelligent people. Very much so. And the reason why they fear intelligent people is because of a few reasons. Intelligent people ask questions, observe patterns. We remember details, and we have to expose inconsistencies. That's when you have the manipulator. And the first thing they do is attack the thinker. You should think about that. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. I love you tuning into the Willis podcast. Had to try something new, got other things to do. But I appreciate you. I love you and thank you. And I thank you for tuning in. And, we will be doing this again. I don't know about tonight, but I had to do the show for you. Some shit you would think about. You know what I'm saying? But I want to leave you with a few things. Lies are not smart. Deception is weakness. They all live in fantasy. Truth exposes everything. And last but not least, fake people fear reality. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning into the Wellness Podcast. And always remember, you know what it is. The wheel is oh, because